not using heavy. Oh, I'm not using a heavy pistol. You lie. Black Widow. And a submachine gun. I think it was the Tempest. Yes, it was. Have I got any better modifications? I can't actually equip this. Oh, because that's got a place taken up, has it? Okay. I think we'll stick with the extra damage. So that's the Tempest 1. So that's the Tempest. So we could upgrade the Black Widow a bit more. Or the Tempest. Lift the Tempest up. Guess we can. Now the Tempest has disappeared, because I assume we've maxed it out. Let's go all out. Yes, we've... I assume that... Is that full... I assume they're fully maxed out then? I don't know what you're doing. Okay. You want to keep going, aren't you, game? Right, what was I going to do? I was going to... I need to think about these, but apparently this you pay a little extra... Yeah, you pay a little extra markup, so we could actually go and visit some of these, couldn't we? Next time we're in the Citadel, which could be sooner than... Which could be fairly soon, couldn't it? Captain's cabin, let's go and check out these things. And then Black Widow 5. There we go. Invite others. Can I not do that? Hello? I just broke a peace between the Geth and the Quarians. I know, it's surprising, isn't it? Can I just use the toilet? Okay. Uh-oh. What did... Ooh! It's a picture of Tally. I'm guessing. Tempted to cut in the end of the Shadowbreaker there. The end of Lair of the Shadowbreaker. What are you fighting for? Is it for a home for Tally? And it is! It is! When we want to get Earth back, we want to make sure that Tally can enjoy Rannoch. Of course, to do that, we're going to have to enjoy many things. One of these. Like, for example, this.
Trainer, can you send up Diana Allers? She wants to talk to me.
She's on her way, Commander.
Yay.
I'm sure you've got a million questions.
I narrowed it down to 40. Let's see how you do with the top 10. Commander, the last time most of us heard about Geth, they were attacking the Citadel alongside Sovereign.
Yes, and you should know that was a minority of the Geth. Most of them are not hostile to organics.
Is that how you explain that they're allies, and no longer dangerous robots who stick humans on spikes?
Deal with it. Trust me. You can't I'm guessing this is going to be down the route of you can't judge an entire race by the actions of a small group of them. They're misunderstood.
What you have to realize is that despite their reputation, most Geth are not inherently violent. The Quarians attacked them. The Geth fought back in self-defense just like any organic would. Now that we've freed the Geth from Reaper control, they'll want payback for their enslavement.
But you're going to take an army of synthetics to fight Reapers with untold hacking abilities. What's keeping the Reapers from reprogramming the Geth like they have before?
The Geth have been upgraded with McAfee. Or for the ones we didn't like, Norton.
The Geth are extremely intelligent, and they put incredible thought into solving this problem. They're not going to turn again. I bet my life on it.
Now here's a question from a Batarian on Omega. Commander Shepard, if the mass relays can be destroyed...
Oh boy.
So did I miss anything? Do you have any questions?
You gonna go file your story now?
Well, if you don't mind.
Go tell the galaxy what we've done. They could use some good news.
Aye aye, Commander.
Codex updated. Desperate measures. Private terminal use. Squad selection. Why would I want a squad selection? Huh, I'm really confused. Okay. Don't know what I just did. Right. All rest is updated. Let's go have a look at what we've just done then, shall we? And then we'll read through our codices.
Commander Shepard.
Hello. So I assume it's going to be due to the interview, something, something, something. Geth. Commander Shepard's interview with Diana Allers about the Geth emphasised the value of strong military allies. The Council reluctantly sent the Geth shipments of rare materials to upgrade ground units. Yeah. I wonder who the next human counsellor would be. I mean, would it be someone we knew? Presumably it'd have to... Huh. Because we've only primarily dealt with the military side of things, haven't we? So... Right. Codices. There's a lot of them to go. Well, maybe not. Oh, maybe not, actually.
Jelix, the second planet in the Arai system, is a marginally habitable world of mountains and ice. The planet was turned into a human penal colony upon its discovery in 2161. But its prison shut in 2179 after racking up the worst safety records in the system's alliance. Lawsuits are still in the courts. Shortly after the closure of the prisons, a handful of intergalactic corporations moved in to set up mines, supply depots, and other facilities on the planet.
Well, I was actually thinking, my brain just went, it can't be 2179, this game is set at 2167, which I'm guessing it's not, obviously. But, why is that date in my head? It might be, actually, that Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons is set in 2067. I don't know. Lessus.
An unremarkable world located far from regularly traveled trade routes, Lessus is inhabited only by a small Asari colony. The main feature is a monastery that houses a large population of Asari with active or latent Ardot-Yakshi genes, a disorder that causes the death of anyone who mates with the afflicted Asari. Although some of the colonists exiled themselves voluntarily, many were sent to Lessus by their families to protect society from their deadly potential. The monastery emphasizes individual sacrifice for the good of the community. Latent Ardot-Yakshi, as well as active sufferers who show that they can control their condition, may be offered a chance to reintegrate into Asari society after spending sufficient time on Lessus. Active Ardot-Yakshi whose psychological profiles show capacity for neither empathy nor re-education are confined to the monastery for life.
Is this where we're going for something? Have I got a mission here? Because I don't think we've been here. One thing. Secondly, I remember that they... Oh, it was the soldier in the hospital in the Citadel. And she had a friend who was Ardot-Yakshi, I think. And she was the Reapers had done something to her. Don't think she really described what it was. So,
The planet Rannoch an arid planet orbiting an older star in the Tikkun system, is the former Quarian home world.
And you.
Almost 300 years ago, the Quarians were driven from Rannoch by the Geth, synthetic servants who gained sapience and rebelled against their creators. Although Rannoch is now largely uninhabited, the Geth have acted as caretakers, working to repair the planet's ecology, restore ancient structures, and cultivate some farmland.
So they're still servants.
Rannoch has no insect life. As a result, its pollinating plants evolved to rely on animals for propagation. This symbiosis between flora and fauna is responsible for the Quarians' weakened immune systems, which made colonization of other planets extremely difficult after their exile from Rannoch. For many Quarians, reclaiming their home world from the Geth is a matter of both cultural and physiological necessity.
Alright. Other ones that I have to read. Doesn't look a huge number of them. Very nice. Cerberus Phantom. Phantoms are agile Cerberus agents with a wide array of offensive and defensive capabilities, including particular specialization in evasive maneuvers and firing from cover. Although intelligence on their implants still evades the Alliance, Phantoms are known to be able to create a personal barrier for greater protection. Monomolecular blades and biotic shielding allow Phantoms to engage in close quarters combat, and Phantoms can briefly cloak in order to recover from injuries. Because of this ability, the Alliance recommends personal confirmation of a Phantom's death. Finding the body, make sure they're dead. Not just away. Sione, a fortified world under the protection of several Asari matriarchs, has begun to supply fuel to a Systems Alliance forces in the hope that an Asari-human partnership might prevent the Reapers from seizing the planet. Alliance forces have since established several outposts in the system. The humans and Asari have been joined by a small detachment of Turians, drawn from the private militia of a corporate conglomerate that does business on Sione. The three species are so determined to defend Sione that integration issues have been negligible. The task force has already thrown back several Reaper attacks, although the commanders express concern that small Reaper forces could have slipped through despite their vigilance. Yeah, it's interesting, you kind of got a new trio of the Council. Like the Solarians are kind of falling out of favour, as it were. But that might have something to do with the fact that the principal character we're playing as is human, so it's going to be from his perspective. Desperate measures. Faced with utter annihilation, military planners have considered extreme solutions in their quest to stop the Reapers. The two most plausible are the destruction of mass relays and the use of starships as suicide weapons. Destroying a mass relay to stop the Reapers' advance is infeasible, although it has recently been proved that mass relays can be destroyed. A ruptured relay liberates enough energy to ruin any terrestrial world in the relay solar system. It would take too long to evacuate the billions or millions of people living near each relay, and the Council is unwilling to sacrifice that many lives when combat stands a chance of saving them. Even if a garden world were to survive the relay's destruction, the Reapers have infinite patience. They travelled out of dark space under conventional FDL travel. Within the galaxy is not... they travelled out of dark space using conventional FDL. Travel within the galaxy is not an insurmountable barrier. Meanwhile, starships are too costly to be used as projectiles, given that it would take many collisions to seriously harm a Reaper. Some armchair admirals suggest that a single starship travelling faster than light could obliterate a Reaper capital ship, but all ships based on Mass Effect technology possess hardwired safety features to prevent FTL collisions. If a ship's FTL plotter finds a significant object in the path of a planned jump, the FTL drive refuses to fire in the first place. This is not a perfect safety feature. The sensors can only scan for objects within a reasonable distance at light speed, and a navigator must plot the rest of the course. But it is so inherent to the FTL warm-up process that removing it is nigh impossible. Cynical intelligence analysts note that the secret of Mass Effect technology, including that safety system, has always been attributed to the Protheans, just as the mass relays were. Battle of Rannoch. The Quarians' plan to take back their homeworld was risky, and could easily have led to their annihilation if a peaceful solution had not been found. And this is why it's a secondary one, is because of course you've got to have the option of what if one side's picked over the other. rather than peace being brokered. In an initial battle against the Reaper-upgraded Geth ships, the Quarians found the heavy fleet and a portion of the patrol fleet outmatched. To stave off defeat, the Quarians retreated at FTL speeds to rally with the civilian fleet on the far side of Rannoch's sun, Tikkun. Temporarily hidden, but with only minutes of advance warning should a Geth scout spot them, the Quarians planned counterattacks to disrupt the Geth link with the Reapers. First preying on a damaged Geth dreadnought, the Quarians followed by sending strike teams to Rannoch's surface to destroy the Reaper that was transmitting improved software to Geth forces. When the Reaper uplink was disrupted, the Geth suffered momentary downgrades in response time and intelligence, allowing the Quarians to press their advantage. But an emergency order from Commander Shepard and Admiral Shalaran Vas Tonbe and Admiral Talizora Vas Normandy and Admiral Cal Horus Vas something broke off hostilities before the Geth's full capabilities were restored. It is to the Quarians' credit that all three fleets obeyed the order to ceasefire, even the civilian fleet, which had little combat experience. The Geth, for their part, bore no ill will towards enemy combatants and broke off hostilities with perfect discipline. It remains to be seen how the Geth and the Quarians will manage to coexist on Rannoch. For now, they have committed their considerable military forces to repel the Reapers. Given the long-lasting animosity between the Geth and Quarians, it is possible that the Reapers did not plan for the possibility of such an alliance and will be unprepared to contend with both armadas. The Cerberus coup. Councillor Udina's attempted coup will no doubt be analysed for generations to come, but a clear picture is beginning to emerge. Udina had contacted Cerberus to coordinate what was intended to be a bloodless takeover of the Council, in which he would force the other councillors to grant him emergency powers so that he could command the Citadel fleet. He would then direct the fleet to liberate his homeworld, Earth. The plan fell apart when Executor Palin and the Solarian Councillor caught wind of it. In defence of the plan, the Elusive Man dispatched his top assassins, commanded by Kai Leng, to kill them. Udina had little choice but to support the assassins with an armed force sufficient to hold the Citadel. Captured confidants have indicated that Udina and Leng's alliance was relatively fragile. Udina may have planned to turn on Cerberus once the fleet was his to command, and Leng departed when he calculated that Udina would not succeed. Persistent rumours suggesting that Udina might have been a high-functioning victim of Reaper indoctrination. Persistent rumours suggest that Udina might have been a high-functioning victim of Reaper indoctrination. His actions played right into the Reaper's plans. Even if the coup failed, it would damage Citadel governance. If it succeeded, his plan to retake Earth would likely have turned into a military blunder that Council forces could ill afford. However, there is no direct evidence of his indoctrination, nor obvious opportunity. It is more likely that Udina acted out of desperation, and in doing so, cost humanity its counsellor.